Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today we're restarting the deck of panning project. This project has been going on for I think 3 years at least at this point. It was started by Emily from Emily and Max, or Megiddo's Mama if you like her bookish content as well. However, I do seem to recall that she recently started a new booktube account as well. So if you're interested in that, I'll try to link all of them below if I don't forget. This project is based around a deck of cards. Emily has a game board which is already ready to go for 2024. I'm filming a little bit early, but I've got an Excel sheet up here. Don't know if you guys could see that properly, but it's there. And we're refreshing the whole project. We finished it, I mean, a month ago. And right now we're gonna go back into it and I'm looking forward to it. Emily has kind of made a few changes to the board again. I already saw one or two that are definitely different from before. Of course, I haven't really had all the prompts yet because I don't go through my prompts that quickly. But we'll see how it goes. I've got my deck of cards here already, kind of started shuffling it a little bit. And we're going to split it a couple of times, end up with 5 cards. Pretty sure that is what we're doing with this one, at least most people. And see what we're going to be working on. So let's get started. Starting off with the 10 of hearts. I think you guys can see that. Putting this to the side. Doing another little bit of a shuffle. Number 2 is the 9 of clubs, I think. I feel like my card vocabulary is getting better. I'm just gonna get all the cards first and then we're gonna see what all of them mean. I think that's the easiest way for me to do it for now. Then we have a face card. This is the King of... Damn it, I just said I was getting better. This is not... I don't know what this one is called in English right now from the top of my head. It's not, it doesn't literally translate from the Dutch one, which is why I'm getting confused. But the squirry type things, I might come to it later. Another tiny shuffle. And we've got the 7, is it? Yep, of clubs. Pretty sure this is clubs. No, spades. Spades. Clubs is not the same thing. I always have to think of Ace of Spades, the song, and then I know what it is. Last one, another hearts, the 8 of hearts. So these are the cards that we're going to be working with. Hopefully there is no get an extra product type of thing in here. I think 5 is plenty to start with for now. So let's see what they are, starting off with the one that I grabbed first, which was the 10 of hearts. The 10 of hearts is seasonal. That works. There's plenty of things that could work for that, but okay. I can definitely find something for that. Then we've got the 9 of clubs. If I'm correct, the 9 of clubs is SPF. My guess is that means it has to be something with SPF in it, which I don't really have like a lot of makeup, I don't think, with SPF in it, but I do have an SPF like face cream that I use every day, so that might be it. Let's see. Then we had the 8 of hearts, which is a pattern. So my guess is that it's going to be a product that has a bit of a pattern in it. I'm going to look up the like explanations of prompts in a little bit. Then we had the 7 of spades. The 7 of spades is a highlight, which is great because I have a highlight that I'm trying to work on right now that I don't have in the project red yet. I read the word red right next to me here. And then we've got the king, the red king, and that is hit a pan, which is great because there's plenty of products that I probably still want to hit pan in this year, so that's nice. We've got 5 products and I'm just going to quickly double check whether I have the prompts correctly. Seasonal, yeah, that one speaks for itself. Then we've got the pattern, which a product with a pattern embossed in it. Should be easy enough as well, I hope. What else did we have? SPF. SPF, a sun protection product or something that contains SPF but is not foundation. And then a highlight, which is a highlighter. Okay, so I'm gonna search for 5 products to start working on, and I will be back with you guys in a little bit. Okay, I think I've got it figured out, so let's go through. Starting off with the first one, my seasonal products. I decided to go with my MaxFactor lipstick in Icy Rose. First of all, the name, Icy. And we're in winter, so icy makes sense. It's a slightly like frosty pink as well. And when I think of winter, I think of like frosty, like shimmery type of shades in that way. I don't really like using this on my lips, so it's very likely going to be my cream blush throughout, which means quite slow progress, but I'm already using it as a cream blush right now, so I thought it made sense to try and roll something in that I'm actually trying to work on already, instead of rolling in new things that are competing with everything else. As long as I can, I try to like make things work together as much as possible. And then I think SPF may have been the next one. This is my Image Skincare Prevention Plus Daily Matte Moisturiser in with SPF 30. And this one is honestly almost empty. I think we're like at this point, which might mean this one will be done in a month from now. But that's fine with me. I, first of all, am not huge on putting non-makeup products in my projects. So that is one. And second of all, it gives me a way to roll out a product quite quickly and roll in something new, hopefully in a month from now even. So let's see. Then I think we had a pattern. For that I decided to go with this little e.l.f. Natural Radiance blusher in Bronzed, which I already was using as a bronzer in, I think it may have been the Graveyard Project pan, which is also Emily's. So yeah, there still is a bit of a pattern in here. You guys will probably be able to see that better in a close-up. My goal was to try and hit pan on it previously, and I did not manage to do that. I am working on another bronzer as well, but since I know I'm going on a little trip very soon, I thought this was actually quite nice because this is a lot easier to travel with than my bulky Maybelline Trio that only has the bronzer left. So I could bring this guy, use this as my contour bronzer for that trip, and hopefully kick this out fairly soon as well, because I feel like I got quite close to hitting pan on it, but I didn't get there all the way. So my goal for this one is to hit pan as well, and we will see how long that takes. My hope is that it will be about 2 months. If it would be 1 month, that would be great, but my guess is 2 months at least. Then we had a highlight. I already started working on a new highlighter relatively recently. I think maybe like 2 months ago or a month ago. And in that I'm working on this Revolution palette right now. And I started working on this shade because that definitely is more the one that I gravitate towards too anyway. So let's try and hit pan in this guy as well for this project. And then lastly, I had the goal of hit pan as well, which was another one. I may have chosen this one if I wouldn't have rolled in a highlight, but since I already rolled in a highlight, I kind of was looking at my collection and see what are products that I want to work on this year that do not have pan yet. And then I just looked at my like daily makeup corner basically, and I saw this guy. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Complexion Perfection Micro Powder in Fair. And this one I've repurchased a couple of times. I not too long ago started working on a new one, so there is no pan in this one yet. So let's try and hit pan on this guy. And that is all the products that I'm going to be working on. Now my guess is that this one might be done by next month, which would be great, so then I can roll something new in. And this one I'm hoping to hit pan on fairly soon as well. But with these type of products, you never know. It could take me half a year as well. So we'll see. Outside of that, I do think that this one definitely will take me a good part of the year to like properly hit pan on, but we'll see. Maybe I'll surprise myself. And this one tends to move fairly quickly when it comes to hitting pan on it initially as well. What is interesting about this guy, for some reason I haven't had this before, but the pan, it's not in here loose, but it does turn when I try to use it with my brush. So I'm not focusing on the same point, because of course, like when I'm using it, I tend to just put my brush in the same way, because that's just the way I move, basically, not because I'm specifically targeting anything. Not that I can do that because my brush is like pretty much the size of this pen anyway, but it's moving around a little bit, which might mean it take me a little bit longer and I'm using it up more evenly, but my guess is that in 2 to 3 months I should be able to at least have pan on that guy as well. So these two will be more like my long-term products that are going to be in here for the good bit of the year, is my guess at this point. I definitely don't want to be working on this one too long, because I've got my Maybelline trio that I definitely hope to get through in the upcoming year as well. So let's see, but that is the intro. I'm looking forward to doing this project again this year and see how we will do. So thank you guys very much for watching. Thanks to Emily for kicking this off yet again, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.